Hello friends and my dear students. Today we are going to study questionnaire design, a vital aspect of research design and data collection technique. According to Hayek et al. 2013, in his book called Market Research in Practice, he stated questionnaire design is one of the hardest and most important parts of market research. It is the equivalent of architect's plan when designing a building. If the plan is wrong in a way, the building will fail to satisfy. The questionnaire plays a number of important roles. Its primary purpose is to facilitate the data from a respondent. Without a questionnaire, questions would be asked in a haphazard way at the discretion of the individual. Questionnaires also play an important part in the data collection methodology. They allow responses to be recorded in a consistent way to facilitate data analysis. Different types of questionnaires. A questionnaire can be administered in three different types: by phone, face to face, or self completion through mail or online. The three different types of questionnaire mainly are: number one, structure, area of use, large, quantitative studies, method of administration, telephone or face to face or online. Number two, semi structured questionnaire, area of use, qualitative consumer studies, B2B studies, method of administration, telephone or face to face. Number three, unstructured questionnaire, area of use, qualitative studies, method of administration, depth telephone, face to face, group discussions. The three different types of questions are: number one, behavioral. Information sought, information on what the respondent buys, where they buy from, how much they buy, how frequently they buy, to what extent they switch their buying patterns, etc. Types of survey: surveys to find out market size, market shares, awareness and usage. Number two, question type, attitudinal. Information sought, what people think of products and suppliers, the image and ratings of products and suppliers, why people do things. Type of survey: image and attitude surveys, brand studies, customer satisfaction and loyalty surveys. Number three, question type, classification. Information sought, information that can be used to group respondents to see how they differ from one another, such as their age, gender, social class, location of household, type of house, family composition. Type of survey: all surveys. Now we come to checklist in questionnaire construction. Number one, preliminary decisions: who are the respondents, method of communication. Number two, evaluation about question content. Is this question really essential? Can the respondents understand the question? Will the respondents answer the question? Number three, decision about question phrasing. Do the words used have any ambiguity? Are there some assumptions made to answer the question? Number four, decision about the response format. Determine whether response to a question be open-ended or close-ended. Number five, decision concerning the question sequence. Are the questions organized in a logical manner that avoids introducing errors? Number six, decision on the layout of the questionnaire. Is the questionnaire designed in a manner to avoid confusion and minimize recording error? Number seven, decision about the pretest. The final questionnaire must be pretested on a small number of samples. In the process, one may discover many problems in the wording or ordering of questions. Next we come to scales of measurement used in marketing research and designing questionnaire. Scaling techniques and scales of measurement are used to measure different psychological aspects such as attitudes, perceptions, and preference of people with the help of certain predefined set of stimuli and instructions. When we put construct, indicator, and scale together, measurement is derived. As for example, Rosenberg's self-esteem scale, service quality scale by Parashuraman et al. Construct is an unobserved cause of variation in unobservable variables. Construct needs to be operationalized into a set of measures through a set of questions or statements that will form a measurement scale. As for example, customer satisfaction, personality, service quality. Indicators are that observable variables that show some systematic variation based on the changes in the underlying construct. As for example, length of mercury column, color of a metal, resistance of a metal couple, length of a string, in other words, items in a construct. As for example, reliability, responsiveness, tangibles, assurance, empathy in a cervical model can be called as indicators. Scales are rules of assigning numbers to the indicators. Justify the use of a scale based on literature review was done by Churchill 1979. There are many research papers published on scale development. Popular among them are The Ties That Bind by Thompson et al., Scale of Consumer Loyalty for Organic Food by Diaz et al., Common Method Bias in Behavioral Research, a critical review of the literature and recommended remedies by Podsakoff et al. Types of scale. There are mainly 4 types of scales. They are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal scales are only labels or categorical data and have no numerical sanctity. As for example, if we want to categorize male or female respondents, we could use a nominal scale of 1 for male and 2 for female. But 1 and 2 do not represent any order or distance. It is a description or representation of a property. Number 2, ordinal scale variables are ones which have a meaningful order to them. A typical marketing variable is ranks given to brands by respondents. Likert scale can be considered as a type of ordinal scale where the respondents are asked to indicate on a 5-point numerical scale their degree of agreement or disagreement with some predefined set of statements. Here there is a natural ordering property along with descriptive property. For Likert scaling, you can refer to my research paper, Knowledge Management and Learning Organizations, a case study on computer training institutes, published in the year 2009. Interval scales are measurements in which assigned numbers legitimately allow the comparison of the size of the differences among and between numbers. One of the classic examples of interval scale is temperature measurement. Here the comparison between 2 readings are allowed irrespective of whether Celsius or Fahrenheit type of scale used. Thurston's Case 5 scaling is one such scaling techniques used as an analytical procedure to derive an interval scale from paired comparison data. In my research paper published in 2011, Managerial Perspectives of Information Technology Skills for Computer Training Institutes, Thurston Case 5 scaling was used to understand the ranking of different domains of IT courses with respect to sectors in IT and ITES. In other words, interval scale is having equal distance property along with description, and natural ordering property. There is no absolute zero in case of interval scale. Number 4, ratio scale. This type of a measurement has a natural or absolute zero and therefore allows the comparison of absolute magnitude of the numbers, as for example income, age, quantity sold, number of consumers, probability of purchase. Geometric or harmonic means are the additional measures of average in a ratio scale data. This is a higher order scale. You can convert the ratio data into interval, ordinal, or nominal form. Mostly, interval and ratio scales are used in contemporary research primarily to compute statistical measures like arithmetic mean, standard deviation, and Pearson correlation coefficients, and also statistical tests such as the t-test and f-test. At the end, we have an assignment for you to conduct a customer satisfaction survey on home delivery of essential goods among consumers in the age category 60 and above years old. For any query and suggestion, you can email me shubh.inc@gmail.com or WhatsApp 83088 25090. Thank you.